Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. If you look at the latest political maneuvers by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga in the city, I can only but describe that political move as a genius move. And I'm saying it's a genius move because of this. Before Uhuru and Raila made that move, we had Sakaja on the race, we had Tim Wanyonyi, and we had Ngatia. And those who have been keenly following these three leaders, some opinion polls were indicating it was Ngatia on the lead, some were indicating it was Johnson Sakaja, and some were indicating it's Tim Wanyonyi. So in one way or the other, there was no clear winner or clear favorite. And in the recent days before that move, actually Sakaja was coming up as maybe now the most popular candidate out of all these candidates. And if you look at all these candidates, it's a given fact that there is no absolute popular candidate that we can pinpoint that if an election was to be done before this move by the president and Raila, there was no candidate that we could easily pinpoint that it was this candidate to win Nairobi gubernatorial seat. In fact, for a very long time, Ngati had been leading. So this latest move by the president and Raila Odinga, I know it caught William Ruto's team by a surprise. And that is so because assuming ODM was to field a candidate in the name of Wanyonyi, Jubilee fields a candidate in the name of Ngatia, and maybe also we could even have some other Zimio candidates or other parties also fielding candidates that could have easily given an advantage to Johnson Sakaja. And even if all these candidates were all to team up behind Team Wanyonyi, something tells me that Team Wanyonyi still was not going to be able to win Nairobi gubernatorial seat. Something just tells me that. And I'm saying that because I've been doing some groundwork in the city. Team Wanyonyi has not been all that visible on the ground. He has not been all that visible. It's only recently when I started seeing some of his posters. But at least where I stay in the city, I've not been feeling the presence of Tim Wanyonyi. I've been feeling the presence of Ngatia. So personally, from where I sit and from where I stay in the city, the presence of Ngatia could be felt more than the presence of Tim Wanyonyi. Tim Wanyonyi, in my considered opinion, was not very active on the ground. And even if ODM were to give him that ticket, something tells me that Tim Wanyonyi could have found it very hard to win Nairobi gubernatorial seat. But with Polycarp Igathe as the candidate, I'm seeing a candidate who is clearly going to win Nairobi gubernatorial seat. Polycarp Igathe is most likely going to beat Johnson Sakaja very, very early in the morning. And I'm saying that because Polycarp Igathe, one thing that I honestly believe Igathe will easily win, if you look at Polycarp Igathe reminds Nairobi residents of the kind of a job Buddy did with NMS. Johnson Sakaja is just being seen as another politician in the make of Mike Movie Sonko. A candidate who most likely is going to do nothing as a Nairobi governor. And I'm also saying that because for the time, Johnson Sakaja has served as the senator of Nairobi. He has done completely nothing that you can pinpoint that Sakaja has done this and this and that. He has done completely nothing. So in terms of development, Sakaja has done completely nothing. And I'm also seeing a very high possibility I'm made to understand that some people are complaining that it ought to have been Wanyonyi, or it ought to have been this, and it ought to have also been this and that. All those considerations, I honestly believe Uhuru and Raila Odinga, with the intelligence they have, I know they might have considered all those factors. And they were fully convinced that Tim Wanyonyi, or even Ngatia, most definitely was not going to win that seat. So I honestly believe that they might have looked at the best candidate who was well placed to win that seat. And that's how Igathe actually comes out. Igathe reminds Kenyans of the work Mbadi actually did. Sakaja reminds Kenyans of the mediocre performance by Mike Mbuvi Sonko. So on that alone, I'm seeing Igathe easily winning this seat. For those who might be complaining, that is expected. Kenyans are people who are naturally complainers. I honestly believe that by August, when Kenyans will be going to the ballot to cast their votes, a good majority of these people complaining, oh, it ought to have been Sakaja, no, not Sakaja, Wanyonyi, it ought to have been Ngatia. I honestly believe that by August, when they will be going to the ballot to cast their votes, a good majority will actually vote along party lines, along coalition lines. That's exactly what will happen. And I'm also seeing a high possibility of a good majority of the game of votes in Nairobi going to Igathe. And I'm also saying that because when President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga will start their campaigns in the city, which I know they will, I'm seeing a sudden shift from Kenya Kwanza to Azimio as far as the mountain votes. And that will actually make Igathe win with a very big margin. And then, Sakaja is actually just hoping to get the mountain vote. That's why I find I'm seeing Sakaja losing this. Sakaja is just hoping to get the mountain votes. And then Sakaja is also hoping to get the Luhya vote. A good majority of lawyers still believe that Sakaja might be a lawyer. But as campaign starts, I'm going to see a campaign, or rather a narrative, is going to be used that is just going to expose Sakaja's true identity. Sakaja is a Sabaoth. I know as campaigns start, those are the things the good people of Nairobi will actually be told. And they will just be reminded that this man masquerading as a lawyer is a Sabaoth. He is a Kalenjin. And that will actually augur very negatively for Johnson Sakaja in his attempt to win the Mulembe vote. So from where I see it, even without talking a lot, I honestly believe that the move by the president and Raila Odinga was a genius move. It is a move that clearly is going to earn Azimio team the gubernatorial seat in the city. I'm saying that without any doubt at all. Polycarp Igathe will beat Johnson Sakaja come August this year. And also in terms of the senatorial seat, I'm seeing clearly Edwin Sifuna beating Margaret Wanjiru. That is a fact. And then when we come to the women representative, I'm seeing clearly Pasaris beating Omanga. Because also Omanga, in fact, as a nominated senator again, she has completely done nothing. And I honestly believe that those who will be voting for Johnson Sakaja and Millicent Omanga, these are people who most definitely will be voting for those leaders, but not really considering some kind of performance or some kind of development. These are leaders who have clearly failed to deliver. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed our analysis about 2 hours ago, check on it. We did an analysis where Johnson Sakaja actually met Tim Wanyonyi. And in that analysis, I did explain that Tim Wanyonyi was sending a coded message to the Azimio team, and most likely, Johnson Sakaja might have also organized that meeting to create a perception that is Aluya. Is Aluya sympathizing with Aluya? We are in a game of politics, and perception is also very important. God bless you. God bless Kenya.